Hey Sagittarius, welcome to Aria Moon Tarot, and thank you so much for being here. This is your love reading for anyone with Sun, Moon, or Rising in Sagittarius. It's a general reading, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If it doesn't, check your other placements. All right, let's get started. Okay, let's look at this. Right away, I can see that you are a person who has healed from so much. You've gone through so much in your life. So for those of you who are aware of your past lives, and you may have experienced maybe even some of the things that you feel like you have experienced before in a past life, you might have even encountered those in this life. But for those of you that are aware of the things that you have experienced even in past lives, some of this growth and healing may have been something that happened over several lifetimes. And it feels like in this lifetime, you're able to kind of reach a place where you are expressing all that you've learned. This ability to tap into some of the messages and lessons from past lives is kind of a hidden gift or talent of yours. I feel like this is something more so that you might hide from other people. So if this is something that you resonate with, and this is something you've kind of like picked up on, you've tapped into, you've wondered about, but it also could be something that you don't feel that comfortable sharing with other people, or you're really hesitant, or you're really particular about who you would discuss those kind of thoughts with. That could be something that's kind of like hidden, but it looks like you do have the ability to kind of tap into this past life information. You may have even run across people in your life that you feel you've known for several lifetimes. If you do have somebody like that in your life that you haven't opened up to about this, it might be worth doing that, because this person might also be aware of this connection kind of spanning over several lifetimes. And if you feel alone in this, if you feel like this is a gift that can be kind of isolating, can make you feel a little bit strange, that you can't open up to other people about, they would be a great person to talk to. So it might be worth mentioning to them that you kind of feel like this connection is deeper than it might seem, or kind of goes further than is obvious, because that might be someone that you can connect with. So that's just for some of you. Some of you might be totally aware of this gift and totally in your power about it. You might feel perfectly fine expressing these things to people, but there is something, it seems like the veil is a little bit thin for you, where you're able to kind of access that information. You're able to access past life information, which comes with a lot of wisdom. It can also manifest in other psychic abilities in a way. So if that's something that resonates for you, then go ahead and take that, because for some of you that is coming through. It looks to me like you take a really balanced approach to things. With this Two of Coins here, you're really somebody who weighs things out, who's considerate. Like, you're someone who will take the time to consider all of the options. You're definitely coming through as an old soul. You're coming through as somebody who has seen it, done it, lived it, and who brings a lot of wisdom to the table. Now, as we were talking about like past lives before, for some of you that could be because you have access to information, knowledge, wisdom from past lives. So in your current form right now, you're kind of like a culmination of all that has taken place for your soul's journey, not just in this lifetime, but in several other lifetimes. And that's why you kind of present as an old soul, because, well, I guess that would be accurate. You do have access to a lot of information. I think that your intelligence and your wisdom is one of your strongest gifts, and something that that you're the most talented at. So if you're a person that like excelled in school, because this is about wisdom, and it's about book smarts and intelligence as well for you. And a lot of it is because it's like you've accumulated more knowledge than your years would let on, more knowledge than would be possible for most people in in your position, most people your age or with the amount of experience that you seem to have had. For some of you, I think that a lot of this experience did come from this lifetime, but for others, I think like people tell you all the time, like, how do you even know that? Like where did you get that from? Or like, how would you have access to that information? You've never even been through something like that. But it's just like you're privy to a lot. And you're a thinker, and you are considerate about everything that you do. Considerate about those around you, but also just you'll just consider a matter. You will just turn the facts over and over in your head, and really look at things from all angles. You're not the type of person that looks at things as either black or white. And that kind of goes back to this balanced approach. You kind of see both sides of an argument, so to speak. I think you're someone who people feel comfortable confiding in because they know that you're not going to judge them. We had this judgment card come out in reverse, and in this context, I really see you as someone who, because you have so much experience and so much wisdom, you're not someone who's quick to judge other people's choices or other people's feelings about anything, like in any circumstance, because you can kind of see yourself there. You can see yourself in that position. You can see what it would be like if you were in their shoes, or you've been in their shoes before. So there's no judgment with you. This makes you someone really easy to talk to. I think people know that you're always going to give them good advice, but it's not just that it's good advice, it's that it's honest advice too. And it's really coming from a place of love. This Knight of Swords energy it's really like you cut straight to the point, but never in a way that is meant to be hurtful to those around you. It's always meant for their higher good. It's always coming from a place of love and of wisdom. So you're not really limited when you look at things. And this is why people love getting advice from you. You're not so limited to like your own life experience or to just the things that you can remember from like the past year or something. You're able to kind of draw on a lot of information, which really suggests to me a divine connection, a deeper connection to divinity than a lot of people have. Because you're able to access all of this knowledge and kind of use that to provide guidance to those around you, and to be very straightforward about it, to give people clear answers, and to really, in general, create a lot of clarity for them. So you're gifted when it comes to knowing that all of the knowledge and all of the wisdom, the answers that you might be searching for, are within you. You have a really strong will and a really strong mind, and you're not afraid also to like break the rules, to go against tradition if you realize that those rules and those traditions are only holding you back. So we have the Hierophant here in reverse. So I think you've moved past a lot, and in a lot of ways where you felt restricted in life, in the 3D or mentally restricted, you've kind of broken through those barriers, or that's something that you are working toward doing. It's something that you're gifted in. You're not like, I want to say a sheep, but that can seem so negative, but what I mean by that is like, you are not one that's just going to follow along and just like follow the crowd if it doesn't make sense for you. And that's also something that's like, it's really good about the advice that you provide for other people, because you can see through to who they really are and to like what's best for them. And you can provide guidance to people, based on what would be best, what would be in their best interest, them specifically, them individually. So this comes back to this like being very considerate, being very thoughtful, weighing out all the options, seeing both sides of the situation. It really helps you to give great advice, not just to yourself, but to other people. I think you're very talented at helping people realize when they're being held back. So if there's like a rigid belief system in place for somebody and there's limiting beliefs in place, you're really good at identifying those limiting beliefs and helping people see past them. This might be something that you have had to do for yourself, because I do see there's been a lot of growth here. There's been a lot of change just in your internal world, in the way that you view yourself, in the way that you have stopped, or you're working on stopping judging yourself so much and putting pain behind you. You're able to do that for other people now. You're able to show them areas where they are really selling themselves short, areas where they could open their mind up a little bit more, and really also pointing out their blind spots, pointing out things that they've missed altogether. You can see all of that, and other people, they can overlook it, or they can be so caught in their pain or so caught in the details of their situation that they can't see these things. You're very good at identifying these things and giving people straightforward advice to help them get through these issues in their life. So I see you as someone who's been able to really heal yourself on a deep level. I think it's kind of your gift to help other people do the same. So some of your challenges and some of the things that you've gone through, even some of the like authority that you've had to overturn, this is an image, like this is kind of a theme coming through in this reading a lot. So you might have had to step outside the box in some big way in your life, or this could be something that you're currently struggling with, or something you've already mentally accepted, but you haven't gone through all of the physical motions. But this really is about breaking ties with something, expanding your mind in a certain way, and healing a lot of internal turmoil that went on for you. And I think that this is actually a gift in disguise. So this is actually funny. This is coming through in this way because we're talking about hidden gifts, and so far that has taken on so many different meanings throughout your reading and group ones. But yet another way that this can be interpreted is that this is a gift in disguise. This is a blessing in disguise. So I think a lot of what you've been through in your life has been a gift that didn't necessarily seem like a gift at first, but you are reaching a point where you're able to see how this has benefited you, and not only that, but how you can then use it to benefit others. Definitely blessings in disguise left and right for you. So a lot of the challenges that you've been through, if you look back on them now, you may have already found yourself doing that. You look back and you think, I thought that was pretty terrible at the time, but look at all that I learned because of it, or look at all that I accomplished when I was forced to go in this direction that I hadn't planned on going. So you really have the ability to really focus in on these things that aren't immediately apparent to other people. You might even be able to help other people realize that about the challenges that they've faced in their life, realize how it benefited them, how it molded them, how it shaped them. You're really good at that. I could see many of you going into like counseling or some sort of therapy or energy healing. Energy work would be great for you. Not that this is like a career reading, but it's like, I just see that this is coming. This is so natural for you. You probably see yourself playing this role like in your friend group or in your family, but it really is something that you could help a lot of people with, because just things that are not even at all apparent to other people are very obvious to you. And the way that you, this is another thing you're gifted at, the way that you will articulate these feelings that you have, or these areas where you pick up on more information than other people are able to see. You have the ability to articulate it in a way that people will understand and that they can actually do something with. Something that, like, give them something they can sink their teeth into, rather than it being just kind of like airy-fairy, like, just like really hard for them to understand, or like they can conceptualize it, but they can't put it into action. You can make it very actionable for people. You can really show them exactly what steps they need to take. For some of you, you may also provide some sort of healing through some kind of artistic expression. if that's the case, then it's likely that this form of expression is really healing to you. It's something that like you feel really nourishes you. You may have even come to this thing because of a difficult time in your life, and this was like your refuge, your one happy place. And it's like, this is something that's really cathartic for you. So this is a message for some of you, and it won't resonate with everybody, but you'll know what I mean, because it's like, it's something where almost like you feel like, I would have been lost if I hadn't found this thing, or if I hadn't poured myself into this thing. So it provides some benefit to you, and then it also provides a benefit to everyone who like engages in it, or whatever it is, whatever the art form is. Like anyone who reads the stories that you've written, they benefit from it. They receive healing from it. Or if they listen to the songs that you sing, or the songs that you've written, they benefit from it. So, yeah, there's some kind of like reciprocal nature about this. There's something, what's funny about this is in the traditional tarot, the Two of Pentacles would kind of be bound together like with an infinity symbol, and that's kind of like, that image is coming to me in terms of how this healing goes. So it's almost like you healed yourself, and in doing that you heal those around you, and that healing energy kind of comes back to you, and it flows out from you, and it's just sort of this it's this flow, it's this ebb and flow, it's this give and take. So there's something about your energy that really provides a lot of this flow and this give and take to those all around you. And even if you're doing something that you have felt you're doing purely for your own good, for your own healing, or for your own sanity, it has an effect on those around you. There's a ripple effect, and it kind of then feeds back into you. It's a little hard to explain, but it's a lovely energy, and it just kind of flows naturally. You might not realize that all of this is happening through whatever it is that you're doing, because it does flow so naturally. You might not realize how beneficial it is to those around you. I think for some of you with this gift that you have, it's that you really give others the permission to be who they are, and you lead by example with this. So you display some kind of courage that's really inspiring to other people. You help people kind of step out of their comfort zone. And in some way you speak the truth. There's something about what you do that you speak the truth, and this could just be that you're a very honest, straightforward person, that you have a way, like we were talking about, of articulating things so that people can understand them, so that they can see the truth in them. It could be also through your art or through your writing, but there's something through your advice. I think you give really, really good advice too. I think that that's a huge thing. It's like your advice is going to ring true to people. This is why I think you would be really good at like some sort of counseling or like life coaching or something like that, because you just have a way of helping people see what is true for them. And it's beautiful. And I think it's somehow healing for you. I would love to know in the comments if you know what I'm talking about, because it's like I just have this sense, I have this this feeling of the energy that I'm describing, but it's like it's something that's healing for you, and it's also really healing for everybody around you. So it just works really beautiful together. But yeah, this wisdom that you have, this knowledge that you have, it just seems to shine through just in every case, in everything that you do, it's shining through. So you're speaking some level of truth, some universal truth in everything that you do and in every action that you take. And people can really pick up on that, and they like it because it resonates. They know it's true. Even if it's something that they aren't able to see and access themselves, as soon as you present it to them, they know it's true. So that's really beautiful. That's actually a very special gift. So let's look at your oracle cards and see what else we can pull from this. So we have number 43, man holding a coin. And we have 51, healer of the ages. I love that that came out for you. I love that because we're kind of dancing around this this healing energy that you seem to display, and this kind of confirms that for me. There is something that you are doing. There's some gift. I feel like you might not know you're doing it, and that's because it is just such a natural gift for you. But yeah, you're healing in the process of this. You just have a way of exuding this really healing energy. So this man with a coin card talks about somebody who is helpful and someone who offers sage advice about the action that they need to take. And that's what we were already discussing. Yeah, I see you being some kind of advisor. I feel like I'm turning this reading into like a career or life path reading, and that's not the intention. It's just I'm getting so excited about this gift that you have, because if you haven't quite figured out how you can use it, I think it's just going to bring you so much joy when you figure out how you can heal yourself and heal others at the same time, or how the healing that you've done is going to be beneficial to so many people. This is really about offering guidance. That guidance can have to do with financial matters. With this being man holding a coin, it can have something to do with finances. So you might be particularly gifted or savvy when it comes to money matters. You might be really good at math. This totally doesn't have to be the case. I know that wouldn't be the case for me, so I wouldn't even want to hear that, because like I'm not good at math. But for some of you, that is the case. So your advice and your guidance and your really straightforward way of being able to communicate ideas to people in a way that they'll understand, it could be that you bridge that gap for them when it comes to like areas that are typically difficult for people to understand. So like math is something that a lot of people struggle with or just don't think that they're great at. Maybe finances, where people are confused about how to manage their finances, but you'll have a way of showing people how they can get over these hurdles, or just kind of clear up the confusion about a lot of things. This totally doesn't have to do. This totally doesn't have to. I guess that's right. It doesn't have to do with finances, but it could for those of you that resonates with. This really too, because it is about. It's Pentacles energy, really. This is Earth energy. So this also has to do with advice concerning health as well, not just financial matters. So this could be something, maybe this healing that you've done is very physical and you can help others to heal in that same way. You're particularly gifted when it comes to physical healing. But this is you. This man holding a coin is you. Whether you identify as a man or not is not important, but you're really gifted at weighing the pros and the cons of any situation and figuring out the best course of action. That's what's come through for you right from the beginning of this reading. It comes through super strong. You know the best path. You know the best course. And I feel like saying for some of you, if you doubt that about yourself, don't, because this is really showing up as a super strong, powerful, and very evident gift that you hold. So your guides probably want to draw your attention to that, especially if you're doubting something that comes so naturally to you and that you are so good at. They want you to realize that you are gifted when it comes to this. Then you had Healer of the Ages come out. This card talks about ancient wisdom and powerful healing. We've already talked about that. Like your gift is the gift of healer. And I think that this will show up for many different ways for different people, but you are so gifted when it comes to healing yourself and healing others. And I love that it's kind of a card about ancient wisdom, because we were talking about in the beginning of the reading something about past lives and having access to like past life information. So yeah, this is about accessing wisdom that has been around for a while, and it's like you have access to all of that, more than just what you've experienced in your lifetime. An old soul, like I was saying before, you just know things, even if you have no idea where you gained that knowledge from, you just know, and that is definitely a gift of yours. Let's look at your last two oracle cards. Okay, we have validation, and this is number 51 too. So 51 coming out twice. That number might be significant to some of you for some particular reason. It also reduces to a 6. So 6s are about stability. I think that healing really, I can relate healing to stability, because when we don't have that healing, whether that's in our physical body or some kind of mental or spiritual healing that needs to take place, we feel really out of balance. So this could be a sign that you are able to bring things into balance for people and for yourself. Let's look at your last card. We have the moon, so number 24. Okay. I think that with this validation card, I feel like we've already touched on it. You really give people a voice, and you help people to feel heard, to feel acknowledged, and then also to feel guided. And with this moon card coming out, the moon really reminds us that there's always a light to be found. Like, you're someone who's really good at finding the silver lining in any situation. You find the lesson, you find the truth, like we were talking about. You can sort through all the mess and really get to the heart of the matter. And when you do this for others, you make them feel like they're heard. You make them feel like they're loved and supported. So yeah, these are some really clear gifts. I love that it happened this way. I love that it's so clear. I think these readings are so far turning out like really clear. Like your guides want you to really know something. They want you to take something away from the reading and really start to give yourself credit and acknowledge certain areas where you're really gifted and where things flow naturally, so that you can just kind of sink into that space. So I love that. I think that's all I see for you. I'm going to go ahead and leave the reading there. If you did like this reading, if it resonated for you, don't forget to like the video. Leave me a comment down below and let me know what part of this resonated for you, because I would love to hear it. It's so interesting to find out what this healing process might be, what you've gone through, and what you're in the process of helping others move through. I would love to hear about that. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you want to see more videos like this, and I will see you really soon in another reading. Bye!